What's going on, YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which time you're currently watching me in right now. And if you don't know me, my name is Ryan. Thank you so much for being here. And if you do know me, welcome back. Today is the day before Valentine's Day, and I have not asked my wife to be my Valentine. Now, I know to each his own. I know some people feel like it's necessary. Some people feel like it's not necessary. Me personally, I feel like it's necessary. I want my wife to know that I think about her and that I love her and that I care for her. And I know Valentine's Day is a made-up holiday. I understand how other people might feel, but I know for me personally, even 5 years into our marriage or our relationship and a year into our marriage, I still would like to ask my wife to be my Valentine. So with that being said, y'all are come with me to go make her a boo box. I call it a boo box because she my boo, and it's probably gonna be like maybe a bag or something. I'll make something special for her, some type of gift or something like that, and then also go get some flowers with a card, and then ask her to be my Valentine. I just feel like it's a thing to do that makes her happy. It makes me happy to see her happy. I love her. I adore her. Now we're gonna head to the store. See y'all in a minute. So I decided to come to Walmart because they got aisles and aisles of Valentine's Day stuff. So see what we can find. Go see if we can find the card real quick. Card. If I can open it. Now we gotta find some type of bag or a container to start filling up for her boo box or boo bag, whichever one I find first. So, see, this is what I want right here. Whatever this is, it's a nice size. And it's pink. First up, we need a stuffed animal. So, let's find one. Trying to decide between these little cute stuffed animals. I don't know if I should get the bear or the dog. I think we get the little dog. Yeah, y'all right, the dog. Look at that. Yeah. I missed. So this is what I got so far. Thought that was pretty cute. And a little puppy in there, and then the card. So I think, as I was trying to say, I think I want to get like a really comfortable shirt or some type of clothing for her to be relaxed in. Maybe I could find her pajama set or something. So yeah, I'll let y'all know what I find. See, I don't think stuff like this is bad. It's just when it comes to pajamas, my wife likes to wear pajamas that she can wear around the house and also in front of the kids. So this might not be something that's down her alley just for that fact. Not that she wouldn't wear it, but let's find something else. Now these Valentine's Day moo-moos, I might have to cop one. Matter of fact, I am gonna cop one. Because a moo-moo? A moo-moo? It is also almost that time of the month for her, so I need to pick up some hygiene products for her just to make sure she got extra on hand and she doesn't run out. So I gotta get the diapers, disposable ones, tampons, and she calls these the spicy pads, but these are the ones that she likes. And then with the wipes. So I think that's about it. Now we gotta go get her some flowers and head home. As soon as you get in your car, first thing you need to do is lock your doors before you put your seatbelt on, before you check your phone. Lock your doors. There's crazy people out here. But anyway, next stop is to the flower shop. And if you've been watching a lot of the videos that I've been posting, you know where I get my flowers from. And if you don't know, Pam's Posies, that's where we're headed. I have always felt like effort is important in a relationship. And I've always felt like in conjunction with that, if you are going to put effort, genuinely put in effort. Don't say, well, at least I got this for you. At least I got that for you. Like, I think to a certain extent in a relationship, you should know your partner enough to know what would make them happy or what would satisfy them, and do what you can to make them feel loved and cared for and special. And I know for me personally, it doesn't take much for my wife to feel loved and cared for and seen. It's just the thought and consideration a lot of times goes a long way. And just beyond a thought and consideration, just going the extra mile to put in the effort that's necessary in order for her to see that, like, I really took time to think about the gifts. I really took time to think about her. And I notice when things are running low. I notice when she might need things before she might know she needs things. Like, for example, I got her period supplies. And of course, she knows when her period's coming up, but it's not really on her mind until it actually happens. Then at that point, she goes in the cabinet to see if she has enough supplies to make it through her time of the month. And a lot of times she might not. And this is me going the extra mile to help her prepare for that. And granted, this is something that she can do. This is something that is not hard for her to do. She can easily go to the store and purchase her own things, but for me to go that extra mile and take her into consideration, because my initial intention was to only go for the Valentine's Day gifts, but while I'm at the store, I might as well go ahead and grab these things. I don't have to go the extra mile, meaning like I don't have to go to a separate store. I don't have to spend all day doing it. It's just something that I'm already in the progress of shopping. I might as well go ahead and finish grabbing the extra stuff, not only the things that are going to make her happy, but also the things that are going to provide her comfort, so that way she doesn't have to go out in the cold to go get these things for herself. She doesn't need to stress to worry about if she has what she needs and everything in between. So I personally just feel like these little things that I do for her on a consistent basis goes a long way. And granted, I'm not doing these things every single day as far as like going out to buy her supplies, or I don't always make it to the store before she runs out. Like, I'm not perfect by any means, but when things like this do come up, I try my best to make sure that I take care of it. And by me taking care of it, it does a lot for her. It brings her comfort. It brings her security. It lets her know that she's constantly on my mind. I'm constantly thinking about what she might want and what she might need, or how things are going to affect her, or how things could affect her days from now. I'm about to hit some birds. Ooh, I'm glad y'all got out the way. I was just flying across the street, didn't even see me. I had the right of way and everything. That's crazy. But I feel like these things that I do for my wife aren't things that are spectacular. I'm not saying roads are slippery. I'm not saying that they are expected. Like, my wife doesn't expect me to just know what she wants and know what she needs all the time. I'm not saying that if he wanted to, he would. I'm not saying any of that, because everybody's different. Every man's different, to each his own. So I'm never saying that what works for me and what I do is something that another man should be doing or might work for another relationship. I'm just saying that this is how I operate inside of our relationship, inside of our marriage. And I try my best to pay attention to her as much as I'm able to, but also recognize and realize, like, I have life going on. There's things that I need. And then we also have children, and we also have a household we have to take care of, and family members. So the reality of it is, it's a lot to always think about and consider in every single thing that I do. But I always make sure that no matter what I am doing, I think about her and think about if there's anything in that moment she might want, she might need, that might bring her comfort, that might bring her happiness. And it could be something as simple as me bringing home her favorite coffee, because I know she didn't drink any coffee, or bringing her a bouquet of flowers on a random Tuesday, not because anything special is going on. It's just because it's a random Tuesday. I know it's going to make her happy. It's just the little things, and I feel like they add up to be a lot. And not only do they add up to be a lot, but they also, like I said before, it makes her feel a way, in a positive way, which makes me very happy, and it makes me grateful that I'm able to do what I do for her on a consistent basis. And it makes me feel like a great husband. It's not that I never wanted a wife. I just always wanted to be a great husband, because getting a wife is easy. Like, any man, for the most part, can marry a woman and say, hey, I got a wife. Like, obtained it as if it's something they checked off of a list. And it's like, hey, I got it now. I got a wife. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking to be a husband, a great husband, a fantastic husband. I was looking to be a man who was capable and who is capable of loving his wife in each and every way, not just the physical sense or the sexual sense, but mentally and emotionally, and taking care of her the best I can to the best of my ability, and give 110% every day. And I'm not saying every day is going to be me going above and beyond, because I'm not going to always have energy or mental fortitude to go above and beyond. But what I can do, I will do to the fullest extent. And even if I only have 50% energy that day, I'm giving all 50% that I got that day, because that's my 110% for the day. Strive to be the best husband for my wife. And within doing that, I recognize and realize that I am going to come up short sometimes. I'm not going to always have the answer. I'm not going to always be able to be there for her if or when she needs me, because I'm not superhuman. I'm just a human. I'm just a man. I'm learning. This is my first time out here too. It's my first time experiencing life, and I might not have other skill sets other men might have. I might not be the toughest or the strongest or the most knowledgeable or the most creative, but once again, I am willing to give 110%, and within doing that, I am also willing to learn. And I feel like that's the difference maker between me and a lot of other husbands out there, is that a lot of other husbands are kind of stuck in their ways, or they're not willing to pivot for their wives. And I feel like if there's ever time I can't do something for my wife in the sense of the way she wants me to do it, or she asks me to do it, then the least I could do is just listen. The least I could do is learn how to do it the way she wants it done, do it the right way, instead of me doing it and getting upset because that's not the way she wants it done. That's not how a relationship works. That's not how love works, in my personal opinion. And I know for me, anytime I ask my wife for something, anytime I ask my wife to do something, even when I don't ask my wife to do something, she's there. No questions asked, or the only question might be is, do you need more? Or how can I do it better? Or how can I do it differently? And that's a blessing within itself, to know that I have a wife who is also willing to learn different ways to love me, and to be better, and to do better, and to be the best she can for our relationship, and for our marriage, and for our children, and just for us in general. Like, it is amazing to know that I have a partner and I have a best friend, and I have a phenomenal woman who is just willing every single day since we've been together to just want more, and want to do more, and just want to be more. And I can't help but to reciprocate that, because the same way I said I want to be the best husband is the same way she wants to be the best wife. And if we're both being the best we can, no matter if that best is 110% because we have 110% that day, or if it's 50% because all we have is 50%, we are still attempting to be the best we possibly can. And I couldn't ask for any more than I already have. When I say that, I don't mean I ask for anything. I mean that, like, I already have everything that I want and need, and so much more. And there's not more that I could even ask for, because everything I would have asked for in a crappy relationship that I might not have been getting, I'm getting that and more in this relationship. And I am so blessed and so grateful and so honored to be able to be her husband, to be able to be her man, to be able to be everything that she wants and needs, and so much more. I am grateful. And say all this to say that if something as simple as me going to Walmart to put together some random knickknack items that are gonna collectively make her happy, and spend $50 doing it, then damn it, I'll spend $100 if I needed to, because this is one of those little things that create big emotions and big feelings. Like, this little bucket of knickknacks is gonna bring the biggest smile to her face. It's gonna make her feel so loved and so seen, and that's gonna make me feel like I'm on top of the world, because I'm able to do that for my wife. I'm able to do that for my woman, and I will do it every single year. Every single Valentine's Day, I would ask her to be my Valentine, and I will go and make a little bucket or bag or whatever they got at the store that day every single time. And no matter how many times she says I'm thankful, I'm grateful, no matter how many smiles she gives me, Yeah, I want them every single time. I need them. It makes me happy. It makes me feel great. And I'm not doing it just for me. I'm doing it for her, but because I did it for her, it makes me happy. I am doing what I set out to do, which is to be an amazing husband for her. So I am about 5 minutes away from the flower shop, and I will see y'all in a minute. So if I can lock my door. So Pam's Posy is over here. I had to park in somebody else's parking lot because my big ass truck wasn't gonna fit in on those parking spaces. So
get my head in there.
I know y'all are kind of at an awkward angle right now, but just bear with me. I just got out of Pam's Posy. I tried to take a video of the flowers before they end up wrapping them, because when they wrap them, I mean, they wrap. Hold on, let me show y'all real quick. See what I mean? Like, they wrap them to make sure don't nothing happen to these flowers. And there's a little box at the bottom to keep them stable while they're in the vase. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna put this box or this container together, this boo container together while we're in the car, so that way when they get home it's already together. I can just hand everything to her. So while I do that, I'm gonna talk to y'all. So here's the other bouquet of flowers I got, but these aren't from my wife. They're from my wife's grandmother. My wife's grandmother's husband died years ago, and despite her husband dying and despite her not remarrying and being alone, I still feel like she deserves flowers as well, especially for how amazing of a person and amazing of a woman she is. She still deserves flowers too. So I make sure that I buy her flowers. Of course, they never overshine my wife's flowers, but I do get her flowers to say, hey, thank you, I thought about you, all the good stuff. So my wife's period diapers. I probably should have got some tissue paper for real, but it's too late. Tissue paper, I can go with or without, but my wife, she lives for tissue paper. Lives for it. I feel like it ain't really necessary because people like tissue paper and they start throwing it in the air and it ends up in the garbage. It's how you just spent money to make it look temporarily pretty to throw it in the garbage. But I know I'm not a decorative person, so I'm not gonna understand, and because I don't understand, I just don't buy them. Anyway, tampons. Do I remember exactly which brand of stuff to get when it comes to her period stuff? No, I don't. Do I got screenshots and pictures? Yes, I do. And the reason being is because times like this, I don't have her around. I don't want to call her and have to ask her, oh, so what do you usually get? Because that's more, even though she would answer the question and she would still be grateful for the fact that I haven't thought about getting it in the first place, why make her do that extra mental thinking and assessing and telling me what she needs and stuff like that, when if I just pay attention or ask her one time and say, hey, honey, can you send me a screenshot of that, or can you send me a picture of that? So that way I know which one to get, and I never have to ask again because it's in my notes. Yeah, I do take notes of my wife because I don't remember everything. I told y'all before, I'm not perfect. I ain't gonna sit here trying to act like I am. I got 101 other things I gotta think about and remember. And not to say that any of those things are more important, but that's information that I need to be able to pull up on hand compared to like me remembering what kind of tampon she needs off the top of my head. Like, I need to remember my social security number over remembering what kind of tampon she needs. Does that make sense? The reason I got this card is because of complexion. I'm black and she's white. I thought it was a cute card, and it also says everything I needed to say in the inside. Cards are always interesting to me because, like, they remind me of, like, tissue paper. Like, people go, that's cute, and they yeet, and they go right in the garbage. But I think cards are important. I genuinely prefer to write my own cards, but in this case, my wife still thinks, even though she got my location, I don't know if she checked her, and I'm pretty sure she has, because the oil change don't take this long. But the reason I didn't write it this time is because I'm kind of in a hurry, low-key, because she asked me if we can go look at desks today because she wants another work desk, which is 100% fine. I just wanted to get this out the way first because I know it's going to get hectic tomorrow from all the people who are last minute. It was hectic today, and I'm one of those people who was last minute with getting gifts and stuff like that. So I figure if I could save time anywhere, it'd be on a card. Of course, I got to sign it and everything and fill it out. This little dog is cute. I ain't going to lie to y'all. This little dog. And the reason I didn't get a big stuffed animals big stuffed, did my brain did I have to factory reset? The reason I didn't get a stuffy, I guess I should say, here's the Valentine's Day moo. I hope it fit. I didn't want to get too big of a size, but I didn't want to get too little of a size. I want her to be comfortable, but not like for it to be super tight. But the reason I I forgot what I was saying that quick. So as I was saying, the reason I didn't get a big stuffed animal is the simple fact that my wife actually, she likes them, but for the most part, they end up in the kids' room. And I don't feel like it's necessary to spend $50 to $100 on a big old stuffed animal that the kids gonna get a hold of when I could spend $50 to $100 on a bouquet of flowers that she's gonna enjoy. Not that she wouldn't enjoy the bear, but the thing that sucks about writing for me is that I got the ugliest handwriting. When I say ugly, it looked like a doctor just prescribed you medication. But let me get this card together and I'll get back to y'all. Will you be my Valentine?
Yeah,
Yeah?
of course.
Okay.
You're not allowed to get me cards that make me cry.
Well, I mean, that's how I know it's a good card if you're crying. And your flowers.
Baby! Look at those! Oh my gosh! These are beautiful. Pam's Posies did it again.
Pam's Posey strikes again.
Oh, they smell good too. Baby, these are beautiful.
I'm glad you like them, honey.
I love these. I love that they're not all roses too. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
These are gorgeous. What are you doing?
Yeah, say happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Happy Valentine's.